Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. However, the content has been carefully summarized and presented for educational purposes in a comprehension format to inform, enlighten, and spark meaningful discussions. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian High Court online file, which is public record. This is a case between Alhaji Isa Mustafa v. Minister of FCT and 5 Ors, case overview, educational format. In this case, before the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the plaintiff, Alhaji Isa Mustafa, sought declaratory and monetary reliefs related to plot 12-54 in Guzape District, Abuja. He alleged that he acquired the plot from Dr. Tajuddin Abdul Rahim, now deceased, through a deed of assignment, power of attorney, and sale agreement, and subsequently submitted documents to obtain formal consent and registration from the first defendant, the Minister of FCT. The plaintiff claimed that the original title documents were misappropriated and sold to the third defendant by a fraudulent ring involving the second, fourth defendants and others. The police were also involved due to the criminal implications of the alleged fraud. The plaintiff sought the following key reliefs: declaration that he lawfully acquired the land, orders compelling the police to release the original title documents to him, monetary damages for fraudulent resale of the plot, mandamus orders compelling the FCT minister to grant consent and register the transfer of title. Judgment summary. Justice S.C. Origi dismissed the plaintiff's suit in its entirety on 12 January 2021. The court found that the plaintiff failed to prove a valid sale or transfer of the plot from Dr. Tajuddin Abdul Rahim. The documents tendered, Exhibits G1, G4, and C, did not meet the legal threshold as valid instruments of transfer. Notably, the key exhibit, G1, a letter titled Sales Agreement, was not a formal sale agreement and was also not properly pleaded in the plaintiff's claim. The plaintiff did not prove that he submitted these documents to the appropriate authority, AGIS, for registration, as required under FCT land laws. No acknowledgement or stamped receipt was presented. Conflicting testimonies and a key petition, Exhibit H, undermined the plaintiff's claim that he ever possessed or submitted the original title document. The court found that the plaintiff likely never received the original title from Dr. Tajuddin. The power of attorney purportedly donated to the fourth defendant and relied upon by the third defendant, Exhibit M, was executed after Dr. Tajuddin's death, 2009, rendering it invalid. The court held that the plaintiff didn't acquire any legal or equitable title to the land and failed to meet the burden of proof required for declaratory reliefs. As a result, all reliefs were dismissed, and the plaintiff was ordered to pay costs to the defendants, ranging from $50,000 to $200,000 per defendant. Who won and why the defendants, Minister of FCT and others, won the case. Reasons the plaintiff lost: failure to prove sale. The plaintiff did not present a legally valid or registered sale agreement. Lack of document submission proof. No credible evidence showed he submitted the relevant documents to AGIS. Inconsistencies, conflicting evidence, especially Exhibit H, indicated the plaintiff was likely never in possession of the original documents. Lack of possession or consideration evidence. There was no valid proof of payment or possession of the land. Forgery concerns. Some documents appeared backdated or fabricated, especially since they were dated after Dr. Tajuddin's death. Further legal analysis and how this could have been avoided. 1. Importance of proper documentation and registration. A valid deed of assignment or sale agreement should have been executed and registered at the land registry with appropriate evidence of consent from the FCT minister. Power of attorney cannot, on its own, transfer title. It only authorizes the donee to act. 2. Duty of due diligence. Before handing over or relying on title documents, due diligence and verification at AGIS should have been conducted. The plaintiff's friend, James Ogo, negligently handed over the document without security or traceability. 3. Avoidance of oral transactions and cash payments. Payment of $14.5 million in cash without a receipt or bank trail was legally weak. Formal land transactions should always include written receipts, payment acknowledgements, and witnesses. 4. Timely legal steps. The plaintiff failed to promptly report the loss of the original document or fraud to police with convincing evidence. Taking early legal steps and obtaining injunctions could have frozen transactions or investigations earlier. Number 5. Avoiding the use of agents with shady backgrounds. Engaging persons like Moses Agbo, with no formal authorization or verified identity, led to significant loss. Only licensed agents or lawyers should handle sensitive property transactions. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.